One Piece TCG, getting into it, already a collector or an investor, and there's cards you want, you have to get it now. The market is moving faster than even I would like, faster than a lot of people could believe. I go on the Reddits every day and I see people saying insane how this card has jumped up in price, how they regret not buying this and all that, and let's go over it. So, an example. I'm gonna show a card. Please don't FOMO or think like, hey, I need to buy this, or I'm not pumping it. I'm just showing you, I only own one slab and I bought it because I personally like it, this Luffy card. And I bought it for like a few $100s, like $700-800 a few months ago. And now it's about $2,000. And it's, I don't even like the way how quickly things are moving. And it just seems like if you don't buy now, you may lose out on getting the chance of getting the cards you may want, whether you like it a lot and you want to collect it, whether you want to invest in it, things like that. Hesitation is getting punished. Like, if there's a card you wanted, for example, that card, I wanted it. If I didn't buy it back then, now it's $2,000, and I would not want to pay $2,000 for this card, you know, like this slab at this time, whether to collect or invest. Whereas it was only a few $100s a few months ago. So it's like saying I'll buy later in One Piece is very dangerous because the prices are just skyrocketing. They're going up so fast and the supply is low. So the supply could just get wiped out quickly. There may be low listings of some cards, and if someone just chooses to buy out all 20, 30 copies of a SP, of a certain alt art, then the price is just going to keep going up, and it's just going to be harder for you to get that card that you wanted for so long that you kept waiting on buying. So hesitation is going to punish you, and the supply is just going to get wiped out quickly. There's also more buyers entering the hobby. There's anime fans, people from Pokemon coming over, investors and speculators, things like that. I read a post the other day where someone was looking at a Luffy card. I think it was a manga Luffy or something like that. And there was a Pokemon investor commenting saying like, wow, this One Piece Grail is so nice. I've been like heavily debating on selling my vintage Pokemon Grail for that One Piece Grail. I think it was a Gear 5 manga Luffy. So can you just imagine that? Just step back and think about that. A long-time Pokemon fan, someone who has like vintage Grails, PSA 8, 9, 9s, whatever, of vintage cards, very old cards, not modern, is debating selling his old vintage Pokemon for modern One Piece, for manga rare cards. Like, if you really step back and think about it, like, that's kind of insane. People want to sell their Pokemon to get into this other hobby. Maybe he thinks Pokemon's just so oversaturated, like everyone has all the same cards, there's too much Pokemon, they want to diversify, get into a new card game. Or also, it's just that maybe they're finally seeing the what's the word? The amazingness, the beauty of One Piece cards. You know, how they're so nice, the quality's amazing. So the demand is not just from players anymore. It's from the collectors, it's from investors, it's from the new fans, the Pokemon people coming in. So the cards prices are just going to keep going up. So you can't keep waiting on that card you want to buy, that you want to display. There's also the future speculation now. Investors are thinking, hey, this is the first ever manga Luffy. Hey, this is the first ever red manga. I should invest in this sealed. I should invest in this slab, this card, because it could go up long term. This Nami card, you know, it's the first ever wedding dress Nami. It's the first ever Santa chopper, things like that. So there's a lot of speculation driving prices up. So if you're just waiting, it's going to get too late because buyers are trying to secure those future grails early. And again, there's a lot of FOMO in the market, a lot of regret, a lot of people saying, damn, I should have bought that Gear 5 manga Luffy. Damn, I should have got OP13 when it was low. So there's a lot of FOMO in the market as well, I would have to say. And I guess one of the last points I want to cover is a lot of social media accelerating everything. So when you go on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, you're going to see someone with posting a new Nami card, a new chopper card that looks unique. It's the first ever this Nami, the first ever this chopper, the first ever this Luffy. So it's a lot of speculation, a lot of social media accelerating everything and causing the prices to go up. And again, the low supply is not helping. So if there's a card you want, I really recommend you get it now before it doubles and triples in price. That's all I have to say. Just please get it now. Just if you don't believe me, look up a card you want to buy and just slowly every few days just check on the price and notice how it might go up a few dollars in after a week or so, or even like tens. So yeah, just something to keep an eye out. Thanks for watching. Peace.